And good morning, Savannah and the Low Country, and welcome to the Karl DeMasi Sports Report, presented by Coach's Corner. Right behind me on that nine TV screen, 75 inches big, right here on the Soundgarden stage. That's right, Mom. I'm on the Soundgarden stage, but I'm not singing because nobody wants to hear me sing because I sing so low you don't want to hear me. But anyway, yeah, corny joke. That's the coach himself. But once again, June 17th, 2023. Glad you could make it, every Saturday morning here live. 99% of the time I'm live on the Soundgarden stage, bringing you all sports, all local, all the time, because it's been going on here since 1991 at Coach's Corner. So I'm glad I could be here. Got to thank John Henderson and Adele Henderson and the Coach's Corner Sports Network, the OG, Lawrence Bennett, letting me do this stuff. So once again, proud to be here. Hey, and like I say every week, you got a comment, you want to talk about something, put it in the comment box. I'll pop it up and we'll talk about it. So once again, always a lot of fun being here on the Coach's Corner Sports Network. Got a great show, but it's going to be a short show. That's right. Great show, short show. I got to get out of here. Got to go visit the daughter. So we're going to make it a short show. We only got 2 guests today, okay? So as I say every week, the schedule, the lineup, all right? It's the coach, inning number 1, talking about all the local sports, all the national sports, all the sports that are going on here around Savannah, Georgia. Then inning number 2, we're going to reverse it. We're going to go first with the Wetherington Chiropractic Clinic Athlete of the Week. Hey, state champion, cross country, and track and field, graduated a couple of weeks ago from the Savannah Arts Academy, Ava Coffey. So 2-time state championship this year. Okay, and then inning number 3, it's the return. It's the return of the AD. It's going to be the coach and the AD back together again about 9:30, talking Georgia high school sports, talking about what's going on in the coach's life. Not the coach's life, the AD's life. So got to catch up with the man himself, Chad Griffin, who's up now at Hebron Christian. And then fourth quarter, 3 steps out the door, 3 videos or 3 social media videos or reels, whatever you want to call it, that I find kind of interesting. And then I'll give you my editorial about something on sports in Karl's Corner. All right, so we're going live here. We're checking everything out. Got to make sure everything is working. All right. Okay, I got something else going on here. There we go. Had something else going on, so I just want to make sure I had got it off in time. Trying to get the closed captions to work, but of course it's not working. So I'm also, besides the host, I'm the producer, the back man, doing all this stuff. But anyway, all right, let's get 3 steps in the door because my first guest is going to be on here about 9:15. So there's a lot to talk about, and people tell me, or have told me, what can you talk about, Savannah, during the summer with no sports? We got the Bananas going strong. We got kids playing summer league basketball at Savannah High. That's the boys. We got the girls playing at Jenkins. We got everybody all over the place. What do you mean there's nothing to talk about? There's always something to talk about, and the coach can find it. And my other love, how this all started, the Karl DeMasi Sports Report, stemmed from the Prep Sports Report, okay? So you go to the prepsportsreport.com, okay, and you can find a bunch of stories that have been going on for this week. Just look at it. There are all the I guess, graphics, the pictures that can tell you about it. Go check it out. Last weekend or the weekend before, Richmond Hill High School's bass fishing team went up to the Georgia Kayak High School fishing championships. They won a lot of awards. All right, let me find my little notes here. Okay, Owen Osden won a tournament's individual title and shared the 2-person team crown with fellow sophomore from Richmond Hill, Aiden Pluff. Osden was honored as the Georgia High School Kayak Fishing Angler of the Year, making it for a triple crown of sorts, and he pulled in a lot of trophies. So check it out, bass fishing. Okay, then we got Daniel Connor out of Savannah Christian, clay sports shooting. The kid went to a national sporting clay event, the National Sport Clay Association Southeast Regional, and he won everything. He took home all the trophies, okay? So that's right up there with the Winchester sign. Then we got a lot of golf that went on. A lot of young golfers winning a lot of things. We had the results from the U.S. Kids Golf at Mary Calder. We had the results from the Savannah Harbor. Let's see, where are my results? Okay, I got to find my results. Okay. Give me some time. I'll find them. You know, the coach, she's got to write them down or he forgets about it. All right. So sophomore at a Savannah Country Day, Caden Hartley captured the Georgia State Golfing Association Junior Golf Tour event over at Savannah Harbor. Okay. He carded a 2 over 74 at Savannah Harbor. Pretty impressive. Okay. And then we had what happened at Mary Calder. Okay, I don't have that down here. I forgot to put down my Mary Calder notes, but there's a bunch of – go to the prepsportsreport.com, click on the story. Something special happened at the clay sport shooting, the Georgia State Championships. Forest City Gun Club, 4-year reigning champ, did not win. They finished in second. They lost to Oconee clay team, but they presented the first ever Sharon Weeks Scholarship, okay? The scholarship was established to honor the memory of Sharon Weeks, who fought ovarian cancer for more than a decade. She finally succumbed to it in November 2022. The inaugural recipients are Savannah Country Day Rising seniors Anna Lauren Deckel, Erica McIver, okay, both from Savannah Country Day, Ava Coffey from the Brookwood School in Thomasville, Georgia, and Kendall Warren from Southland Academy in Americus, Georgia. Each recipient receives a one-time $2,000 award that gets used to the student's ongoing education and competitive shooting career. Sharon Weeks was a big part of the Annie Oakleys, which is a big women's clay shooting organization. No greater thing than that. Flag football, free camps this week. Go check it out. The City of Savannah Recreation and Leisure Service Department has 2 flag football camps at Morris Field. June 19th to the 21st is for middle school girls so they can learn the sport of flag football. And then June 22nd and June 23rd, the high school athletes come in and show their skills. And the camp coordinator, director, is none other than Nick Grossi, championship flag football player, coach at Calvary Day School. So if you want to go to a free flag football camp this week coming up, 19th to the 21st, middle school girls, 19th, 20th, 21st, 22nd, 23rd, we go with the high school girls. Okay, Luke Cromenhawk from Benedictine, okay, right there in the middle of the page, went out to the Elite 11 finals. It's a prestigious high school quarterback camp every year. They invite 20 top quarterbacks to come in and show their skills. Of course, you have to be win the regional, which Luke did earlier this year. He went out there as the 10th rated quarterback in the country. He wound up finishing 3rd. Pretty special. It finished yesterday. Luke Cromenhawk, Benedictine, comes in 3rd in the elite football camp. A lot of track and field going on because the summertime's a lot going on. We had 3 or 4 groups going to different places. One group went to the Nike camp out in Oregon. Okay. Another group went to Philadelphia for the New Balance track and field event. And another group went to the Adidas meet in Greensboro. Check it out on the Prep Sports Report. There's just so many kids. And I mean, you got to check it out. And I think we had, let me go to my notes here. Going to the Cole Minich, an 8th grader at Savannah Christian. He went out to the Oregon meet. Let me get it right here. Oregon meet. Let's see. He went out to the Oregon meet, and for 8th graders, he finished in the 1st in the boys' 1,500 meter middle school race with a time of 4:43.70. Then he was at the boys' 1 mile race, and he finished at 5:03.98. So Cole Minich out of Savannah Christian Prep out there in Oregon. So go check it out. Pretty special. So that's your high school news. Once again, there's so much going on. Go to the prepsportsreport.com. It's strolling there on the bottom of your screen, and you can find a lot. All right, I got 2 minutes to get out of here. Colleges, Savannah State is holding their high school camps. Last night was the Friday night lights camp. Anybody age 8 to 13 went from 6:30 or 8:30. Today we got the 7-on-7 camp going on. Nope, I take that back. Tonight we got the football elite prospect camp for high school students tonight. Check it out. And then they have their 7-on-7 camp on June 21st. SCAD, more recognition. They finished 17th in the NAIA division in Learfield Directors Cup standings. They finished 17th. Great job. Savannah College of Art and Design, always getting their sports recognized. Baseball, Braves are hot. Won last night, 8-1 over the Marlins. 8-1 over the Rockies. Okay, they're 44-26. They're in first place. They're 5 games over the Marlins. Okay, Travis d'Arnaud. I mean, you're going to see my highlights. I mean, he had a shot last night, 475 feet. The Braves have 15 home runs, over 400 feet this season. They lead the majors in that. I mean, it's just unbelievable. Two rookies doing a great job. AJ Smith Shorver pitched the night before, got his first win, only 20 years old. And then last night, Jared Schuster improved his record to 4-2 with the win. He went 5 2/3. Up next, Rockies today at 4:15. Bryce Elder will go for the Braves. PGA U.S. Open, Brian Harman sits tied for 14th at 2 under. He's been in the top 10, bogeyed the last 2 holes, so hopefully he'll bounce back. Champions Tour, Tim O'Neill finished tied for 34th last week at the Dick's Sporting Goods Open. Sorry, not at the Dick's Sporting Goods Open, at the American Insurance Championship. Next week, they'll play at the Dick's Sporting Goods Open. Gene Sauer hasn't played since the 23rd. Local Savannah Bananas did it again. Played the Aussie Drop Bears. They went 2-0. They went against the Party Animals last Thursday night. Lost again. They'll be there tonight. Tonight they'll be unveiling their new Banana Ball uniforms for both teams. Check it out. Savannah Clovers home tonight against the Club de Leon. Okay, at Memorial Stadium. Check it out. And don't forget, it's right here on the Coach's Corner Sports Network. Anything you want to know, anything you want to need, we'll get it to you. All right, got to get this young lady on. She's an outstanding athlete, outstanding student at, of course, Savannah Arts Academy. She just graduated. Her cross-country team won the state championship back there in November. They went from 3A to 2A. And then during the track and field season last week or 2 weeks ago, it's now 2 weeks ago, she won the Georgia High School State 3200 event. 2 gold medals in the year. This girl is unbelievable from what her coaches tell me at the Arts Academy. Our Wetherington Chiropractic Clinic Athlete Week coming up next from Savannah Arts Academy will be Ava Coffey. All right, so let me remove this. Coach is back on here. Once again, people checking in. Of course, we got to talk and say hello to our good number 1 fan, Dennis Kessler, checking in. Have a great show. You're Mr. Sports at Savannah. Dennis, thank you, Dennis. I appreciate that. And, of course, behind scenes, the OG of the Coach's Corner Sports Network, the man that produces Rubbin' and Grubbin', all the shows about what's coming up here at the Sound Garden. That's, of course, Lawrence Bennett. Okay, 3 minutes. Next up, the Savannah Wetherington Chiropractic Clinic Athlete of the Week from Savannah Arts Academy, just graduated, Ava Coffey. 3 minutes, Ava. You'll be on, and I promise you, I'll get you out of here in time to go to work. All the time. That's Coach's Corner in Thunderbolt, Georgia, because Coach's Corner has been voted the best in Savannah for over 20 years running. It's no wonder why there's always sports, live music in the Sound Garden, and delicious and abundance of pub food. No matter what the season, there's always a reason to check out Coach's Corner. Pick your favorite sport, pick your favorite team, and pick your favorite TV, because Coach's is your place to be. Coach's Corner has been Savannah strong since 1991, is always open for dining service for lunch and dinner. Remember, Coach's Corner still has takeout service. Join John Henderson and the crew for the best burgers, wings, and now pizza too. You can place your order by calling Coach's Corner at 912-352-2933. That's right, remember that number, 912-352-2933. So make your next pit stop at Coach's Corner. And as always, make it a night to remember at Coach's. At Calvary Day School, we want our students to be fully equipped and on the cutting edge of academics, making a difference in our world. Your child will grow academically, physically, socially, and spiritually. At Calvary, it is so good to say we are one school with one mission and one vision: faith, academics, excellence, and building champions through Christ. Calvary Day School, we consider it a privilege to meet with your family personally. Call Philip Lee, Director of Admissions, at 351-2299. That's 351-2299.
For over half a century, when it comes to uniforms, sporting goods, or trophies, Thompson's got you covered. From cleats to caps and best prices on the biggest brands, Under Armour, Adidas, and more. From baseball to soccer, volleyball to softball, and yes, football too. Every season starts at Thompson Sports Shop. From cutting and equipped at Thompson Sports Shop's new location, 6606 Abercorn Street, Suite 102 in Savannah. Open Monday through Friday from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. and seasonal on Saturdays. At locally owned Thompson Sporting Goods and Trophies, come see where everyone is a winner.
You still want some real New York Italian food? Bada bing, bada boom. Rocky's New York Deli and Italian Catering is open at 7630 Skidaway Road, Tuesday through Saturday from 7 a.m. to 3 p.m., serving breakfast and lunch right here in Savannah, Georgia. Rocky's New York Deli and Italian Catering has been serving the public for over 3 years. Now, if you want Rocky's New York Deli and Italian Catering goods delivered to your door, go online to SavannahTakeout.com or DoorDash.com, or just pick up the phone and call 912-354-2914. That's right, 912-354-2914. Kabish, and remember, we ain't New York style. We are New York at Rocky's New York Deli and Italian.
Wetherington Chiropractic Clinic. Your back hurts, another body part hurts all the time. It makes you mad. The pain drives you crazy. You just want to pick something up and throw it across the room, if you can. At the Wetherington Chiropractic Clinic, you get complete chiropractic care and pain relief to help you move better, have a less painful life, and of course, achieve a healthier lifestyle. The Wetherington Chiropractic Clinic is now located at 2 locations in Savannah, Georgia, at 329 Eisenhower Drive and in Pooler at 114 Canal Street, Suite 603. So visit Dr. Bart Wetherington at the Wetherington Chiropractic Clinic for all your chiropractic needs.
And welcome back to the Karl DeMasi Sports Report, right here on the Coach's Corner Sports Network, right here on the Soundgarden stage. Every Saturday morning, 99% of the time it's live, and it's always fun to be back. And I appreciate whether you listen for 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, you go to the YouTube channel and watch a certain segment. Hey, if you go to the YouTube channel, hey, like the page, subscribe. Get me to 200 followers, okay? I'd really love to see that. But now, in reverse order, usually I have a guest talk something about community, and then we go to the Wetherington Chiropractic Clinic after the week. Well, we're starting with the Wetherington Chiropractic after the week because this girl's all over the place. I mean, she volunteers everything. She's got a job. She's going on to college. We'll find out where she's going. But what's special is this young lady took home the gold medal in the 3,200 meter race, Georgia High School State Association 3,200 race a couple of weeks ago in AA. With a time of 11:38. In November, she was part of the cross-country team from Savannah Arts Academy who took the 2A championship. In 3A, they finished second runner-up last year. This year, they won the championship. All right, of course, we got Margaret Wade, who was the gold medalist. Okay, then Lyric Olson, who also repeated this year in the 800. And then, of course, Ava Coffey came in right behind Lyric Olson in that cross-country meet. Just some interesting facts. Third, and I got to thank the athletic director over at Savannah Arts Academy, Karen Best, for giving this information. She's third in her graduating class. She is one of the most memorable athletes that Coach Best has ever had the privilege to work with. She's hardworking, dedicated, a talented young lady. She is a high honor roll student, and she's in the top 1% of her class. Of course, when you finish third in your class. Now, this is what gets me. She volunteers with several organizations. She also works with Fan First, the Savannah Bananas. She's accumulated over 200 community service hours, extracurricular activities besides cross country and track and field. I don't know how she does it. Tri-M Music Honor Society, treasurer of the Mu Alpha Theta National Honor Society, Beta Club, National English Honor Society, Armstrong Youth Orchestra. And she's involved in various concerts and productions, okay? It's just unbelievable. She is an excellent student athlete, prime example. That's why for winning the state championship and being that student athlete, she's joining me now as the Wetherington Chiropractic Clinic Athlete of the Week. On the Coach's Corner hot seat, just recently graduated, Ava Coffey. Hey, Ava, how's it going?
Good. How are you, Mr. DeMasi?
Hey, I'm having a lot of fun. It's a Saturday morning, and I'm talking to kids like you about their awards, their accomplishments, and pretty special right there for you. Reading your academic side of your resume too. But congratulations on state champion in cross country, now recently state champion in the 3200.
Thank you.
So tell us, how do you, I know this isn't on the, I think it might be one of the questions, but I try to send questions to the athletes so they're prepared, so they don't feel blindsided. How do you find time to do all this? Track and field, cross country, 20 different organizations you volunteer for. Fans First with the Bananas. How do you do all this?
It's really fun. It's stuff I'll enjoy. So when I enjoy it, definitely make time for it. Luckily, it just all fits in the schedule, so it's not at the same exact time.
Well, I'm telling you right now, it definitely leads into you going to Georgia Tech, right?
Yes, sir.
Time management, because now you're going to be on your own. So you got to manage your classes. You got to manage what you're doing there at campus, what you're doing in college. So, I think you're well prepared for that. I think the Arts Academy has helped you out, don't you?
Yes, sir, for sure.
All right. So let's go to the athletic side. Okay. We'll come back to the academics in a while. When did you start running? And when did it start becoming something that you want to do competitively?
So I really got into running freshman year track season. That first year I didn't run cross country. I played volleyball. But I really got into running over COVID because there wasn't as much to do. So I just go out and run every morning, and it kind of stuck.
Excuse me. It's a little hot out here, but you're into running. You're doing it competitively now. You started out with volleyball. Now you do both cross country and track and field. What were your goals coming into the track and field season? Because you already won the state with your team in cross country.
So I knew this year my goals were going to be state centered. I didn't know that necessarily meant, championship and winning. That was really exciting, but I wanted to definitely peak at that point of the season to give my best race then and hopefully podium well.
And that was your personal best at the 3200 this year, right?
Yes, sir.
All right. So walk us through the race. What was it like? Did you think you were going to win? Was there a time in the race where, hey, you know what? I'm a little behind. Walk us through that race.
So actually, when we went off, I actually was second to last at the very beginning. But
Wow.
For the 2 mile, how it works is a lot of people kind of go out pretty fast. So I just wanted to stick with that lead pack. And that's what I did. And as soon as someone would fall off, I just kind of hop right in front of them. But what was really interesting for this race, a lot of people had some fight. So there's a lot of little surges and switching back and forth for a while. And then with about a mile to go, a pack of 3 people broke off. And I kind of just stayed in the back of that, following them. And then with 2 laps to go, I took the lead. And then with a lap to go, I really kicked it and then made the gap.
Nice. You had your strategy. You played the little cat and mouse game, staying behind and then jumping out there, and really, really special. And when did you know you were going to win, though?
Probably that last lap with about 400 to go. I remember thinking at the 200 that, yeah, I've got it now. So I just got to keep it up.
Nice.
Kind of just that last final run. But there's a moment probably towards the beginning where, everyone was holding on pretty well. So I didn't really know how it was going to go, who was going to, come out on top.
Nice. Okay. So now you're an athlete. You're a student athlete. You're involved in so many things. It's a lot of fun with you. But what do you think is the most greatest challenge that athletes face today?
Well, there's a lot of challenges for sure. Definitely some stuff with finding time to do all the practice stuff while also making time for the school stuff. And then, of course, finding that balance with coaches and everything.
Well, you just answered the question. How do you manage your athletic responsibilities with everything else? You just answered that. So every winner has an event or a race that doesn't go well. So tell us about your worst sports performance, and what did you learn from that to help you make you a better cross-country runner or a 3200 runner?
One that kind of gets pointed to a fair bit was sophomore year. I ended up on this course that was slightly a little bit long. And so I ended up kind of kicking a little early. And the course tended turned out to be about half mile long. So I passed out that race. So that was a little bit of a scary thing. But then coming back from that, I just had to look back and see my strategy and understand that that was an accident that generally doesn't happen. Most courses are the right distance, and just come back stronger from that.
Nice. Yeah, past experiences always pay off. You learn from your failures and you become successful from it, right?
Yes, sir.
All right. So what makes a high school athlete want to run cross country or track and field? Because basically you got to have the mindset and you're all by yourself. What drove you to do these two sports?
For sure. Just coming out of COVID, it was really something nice to do. And then at the same time, our school's online. So being able to go to practice every day was the main time I got to see people, see friends. And also I had a really nice group of girls in my grade that all was kind of like-minded and all wanted to run. And that definitely helps so much. Just motivating each other, having a great coach.
And if you're just tuning in, you're watching it or listening to the Karl DeMasi Sports Report on the Coach's Corner Sports Network, on the internets, on Karl DeMasi Facebook page, Coach's Corner Facebook page, on Twitter at KD Sports Report, and on YouTube at the Karl DeMasi Sports Report channel. Check it out, subscribe, help us out here. All right, so you talked about great group of girls. Great group of girls. There's like 3 or 4 or 5 or 6 championship girls on this team from cross country. Tell us about those girls, Lyric, Margaret. I mean, if I forget someone else, you could help me out. Especially tell us about your coaches.
Yeah, so Margaret and Lyric are 2 very, very special runners. Margaret posted the #1 cross country time in Georgia. It was crazy. Lyric going back to back with the track and then running at Kentucky next year. Both of them inspired me so much.
Oh, whoa. She's running at Kentucky?
Yes, sir.
Nice. I didn't know that. I've been trying to get Lyric on the phone to get her to come on too, but it's tough to get with her. But nice, Kentucky. Sweet.
Yes, it's amazing. But even more than them, it was the whole entire team because we had a very large senior group. So even though those are the other girls that went on and won individual championships, the team, especially for cross country, comes from everybody as a whole. So other runners that were also seniors like Camille Larango, Annabeth Baker, Rosie Knudsen, all really helped build up the team. And our cross country coach, Coach Riccardi, has been a huge inspiration, just that great team leader and someone that can always make us laugh and motivates us. And same for the coach Wades for track. They were both very sweet and motivating.
Nice. So you had an enjoyable experience. Okay. All right. So cross country state title, 3,200 state title. Which is your most memorable performance?
Probably the 3,200, but both are very special.
Why was the 32 a little more special than the cross country?
If I'm being completely honest, the cross country one probably wasn't my best race in the world, but good. For the 2 mile, that was definitely probably my best 2 mile race. My best cross country race probably came at the A6 Invitational.
Hey, you know what? You still finished 6th in the state in cross country. That's pretty impressive. So to be right there with everybody else, I mean, and plus you had Margaret Wade, who was the top runner, and then you got Lyric, who's right, just a great experience. All right, so you had to get here with a lot of help from certain people, family, friends. Tell us about how your family and your friends have helped you get here.
Of course, they're always just so motivating, inspiring. They always want to help me get out there to run, and they're always the first to congratulate me for any sort of good run. My parents, of course, and then also kind of the same people I've mentioned with the coaches, and then also that whole huge group of senior girls really coming through this year.
All right. Coming from Blessed Sacrament, am I right?
Yes, sir.
And you're at Savannah Arts Academy for 4 years. Tell us the experience at Savannah Arts Academy for Ava Coffey. What's your major, by the way, anyway?
I'm an orchestra major. I play violin there, and that has made my high school experience so fun. I love all of the orchestra people. I like getting to play music. I like the little break from the academic stuff. I actually want to continue playing music a little bit just as a hobby for fun. It's definitely been a big part of who I am now.
Nice. Yeah, I'll give you a little tidbit, and I always say this when I have an Arts Academy student here. I was the first athletic director there in 1998 when the school was open. I'll be honest with you, I'm sorry I left. So it just seems like a great place to work, a great group of kids. And, people don't realize, and you can attest to this, just because you're an arts major, whether it be orchestra, music, dance, choir, whatever, arts, drawing stuff, and video production. You guys still love your sports, don't you?
We do. Especially that volleyball team. We'll pack the pit for a game.
Oh, believe me, playing in the pit is pretty special. So I had a coach there many years ago, and it's a crazy little area. So it's a home court advantage here. Okay, quickly, I'm already 1 minute over the time. I said 9:30. Just a little fun question. Any pre-race superstitions, foods, music that you get ready when you go run?
I will say, especially for the cross-country team, we'll spend this night in the hotel the night before, and we'll always divide it up. So one person will bring a whole thing of bagels for everybody. The next person has all the peanut butter. Someone else brings all the bananas. And that's our kind of ritual there.
As soon as I asked that question, I said, for some reason, peanut butter popped in my mind. So, I mean, you guys have that ritual. Okay. So what do you plan on doing in the future? Are you going to run in college? What's the next step for Ava Coffey?
I won't run for the team at Georgia Tech, but running will always be a part of my life. I'll probably find some sort of club up there, and I'm really excited.
Well, Ava, you've done you've had a great career at Savannah Arts Academy. Coach Best talks very highly of you. And I mean, 2 gold medals in 1 year. It's pretty special. One as a team, one as an individual. Great work. And a lot of people here are proud of you. So keep it up and good luck. And as you're going to say now, no longer go Panthers, but go Yellow Jackets.
Thank you.
Hey, thanks for coming on. And I know I've already 3 minutes over. Got to get to work.
All right. Have a nice day. Bye.
You too. Thank you for coming on. Congratulations again. You deserve it. So once again, I mean, number 3 in her class, she involved in so many different organizations. The one question I want to ask her, what she did with Fan First, which is the bananas. I didn't get a chance to do that. But I mean, just an exceptional student athlete. Ava Coffey just graduated from Savannah Arts Academy. Cross country team, Georgia High School State cross country 2A champions, part of that team. She finished 6th. And of course, coming back in the spring and finished number 1 in the 3,200, which is the 2-mile race. Just special kids. Well, next up, it's going to happen again. It's the coach and the AD. He's about 900 miles away, not 900 miles away, but he's pretty far away now, but he's doing his thing. He's doing a shtick up there at Hebron Christian. A lot of Georgia High School State Association news to catch up, especially catch up on what he's doing. Next up, the AD, Chad Griffin. You're watching the Karl DeMasi Sports Report right here on the Coach's Corner Sports Network. And we got to thank our sponsors. So the AD knows 3 minutes. We'll be back. Stay tuned. All the time. That's Coach's Corner in Thunderbolt, Georgia. Because Coach's Corner has been voted the best in Savannah for over 20 years running. It's no wonder why there's always sports, live music in the sound garden, and delicious and abundance of pub food. No matter what the season, there's always a reason to check out Coach's Corner. Pick your favorite sport, pick your favorite team, and pick your favorite TV because Coach's is your place to be. Coach's Corner has been Savannah strong since 1991 and is always open for dining service for lunch and dinner. Remember, Coach's Corner still has takeout service. Join John Henderson and the crew for the best burgers, wings, and now pizza too. You can place your order by calling Coach's Corner at 912-352-2933. That's right, remember that number, 912-352-2933. So make your next pit stop at Coach's Corner. And as always, make it a night to remember at Coach's. At Calvary Day School, we want our students to be fully equipped and on the cutting edge of academics, making a difference in our world. Your child will grow academically, physically, socially, and spiritually. At Calvary, it is so good to say we are one school with one mission and one vision: faith, academics, excellence, and building champions through Christ. Calvary Day School would consider it a privilege to meet with your family personally. Call Philip Lee, Director of Admissions, at 351-2299. That's 351-2299.
For over half a century, it comes in uniforms, sporting goods, or trophies, Thompson's got you covered. From cleats to caps and the best prices on the biggest brands, Under Armour, Adidas, and more. From baseball to soccer, volleyball to softball, and yes, football too. Every season starts at Thompson Sports Shop. From cutting and equipped at Thompson Sports Shop's new location, 6606 Abercorn Street, Suite 102 in Savannah. Open Monday through Friday from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. and seasonal on Saturdays. At locally owned Thompson Sporting Goods and Trophies, Come see where everyone is a
Yo,
winner.
you still want some real New York Italian food? Bada bing, bada boom. Rocky's New York Deli and Italian Catering is open at 7630 Skidaway Road, Tuesday through Saturday from 7 a.m. to 3 p.m., serving breakfast and lunch right here in Savannah, Georgia. Rocky's New York Deli and Italian Catering has been serving the public for over 3 years. Now, if you want Rocky's New York Deli and Italian Catering goods delivered to your door, go online to SavannahTakeout.com or DoorDash.com, or just pick up the phone and call 912-354-2914. That's right, 912-354-2914. Kabish, and remember, we ain't New York style. We are New York at Rocky's New York Deli and Italian.
Wetherington Chiropractic Clinic. Your back hurts, another body part hurts all the time. It makes you mad. The pain drives you crazy. You just want to pick something up and throw it across the room? If you can, at the Wetherington Chiropractic Clinic, you get complete chiropractic care and pain relief to help you move better, have a less painful life, and of course, achieve a healthier lifestyle. The Wetherington Chiropractic Clinic is now located at 2 locations in Savannah, Georgia, at 329 Eisenhower Drive and in Pooler at 114 Canal Street, Suite 603. So visit Dr. Bart Wetherington at the Wetherington Chiropractic Clinic for all your chiropractic needs.
And welcome back to the Karl DeMasi Sports Report, right here live on the Soundgarden stage. And it's reunited with the man himself, the AD Chad Griffin. We're going to catch up with Coach Griffin, but this is one of my favorite pictures. This is when we first started doing the Coach and AD back here in the Soundgarden stage. We weren't on the Soundgarden stage yet. We were off to the side. We had a banner behind us, like I got behind me now, and one of my favorite pictures. And you see way back when we had our logo, me a little heftier than I am now, but it's been a great, it was always a great time for the 2 years that we did it here at Coach's Corner. And he's just a dedicated human being to whatever he's doing. Calvary Day School for over 16 years, now up at Hebron Christian, coach, you name it, he's done it, athletic director. But I'm glad I can get him back. And that's, of course, joining me on the Coach's Corner hot seat, like he always did every Saturday morning for almost 2 years, the AD, Chad Griffin. What's up, Chad? How's it going?
It's going good, man. I do that. I miss that every Saturday morning. I'll tune into you and listen. It's one of the favorite things, I did while I was in Savannah was hang out with you on Saturday mornings and talk local sports and get to talk to student athletes like that, and see what she's gone through at Savannah Arts Academy and going on Georgia Tech, number 3 in her class, and just, all those things, you continue to do is you talk about local student athletes, and man, has Savannah started putting out some kids lately. So it's pretty impressive. I tell everybody up here, I said, man, Savannah is such a hidden gem, athletically, that it's not a gym. Everybody knows about Savannah. Everybody knows about athletics and football and everything else. And it's it's just not Metro Atlanta.
Well, and you're a humble man, just like me, but you and I have the same passion. Let's get out more information about the kids. Let's get out more information about the schools, the athletes, and it can go anywhere from the youth sports, okay, like my cousin Vinny right there, the youth sports, all the way to the professionals. And we got a lot of kids from Savannah that have done a great job in professional sports, but we both have the same passion. But you know what? Things happen. Your path now is taking you up there to Hebron Christian, and your kids are getting older. Hayes and
Addison. Yeah,
I was going to say Addie, but that's good. She goes by
Addie. She goes by Addie, so that's good.
They're growing. She's a freshman now in high school. He's going to be what, a junior or sophomore?
Well, so he is a sophomore, but a little news for him. He's actually coming up here to Connecticut. He's chosen to go to prep school. He's going to reclass to a 27. And he's going to attend Loomis Chafee up here in Windsor, Connecticut for really lacrosse and football, but more for lacrosse. And so we kind of made that decision as a family, a couple weeks ago, and he's anchored into it. I've been waiting for him to waver a little bit, but he's not. He's sitting here laughing at me while I'm on this. We're actually here in Connecticut at a lacrosse tournament with his team from Georgia, but he's not wavered at all, and so he's going to continue his academic and athletic career up here in at Loomis Chafee.
How tall is he now?
He's 6'2", 185. So
I remember when he's crawling.
Oh my gosh, tell me about it, man. And
he wasn't even up to my knees.
I know. So I'm here taking the coach's corner in different places with me, and he's grown up at a ball field, but he's way past me now, and so he's doing well. He turns 16 next Wednesday. So it's hard to believe, as you know how it is, man. We talk about Dom and your family all the time, and how fast it goes as they grow up and get married and everything. And now he's going to be 16, and whew, man, it is going too fast.
But Addison's also taller than you too. Oh, I didn't mean to say that.
Yeah, she is. She surpassed me as well. They're getting ready for Club Nationals up in Chicago, so her A5 team will be going to Chicago here in the month as well.
So I remember those days. You go all over the place, and they're special, and you don't want to miss it. All right. Well, the first reason is, first of all, tell us what you're doing up at Hebron Christian. I found a title: Director of Community Relations and Athletic Development.
So a little bit of everything. I do a lot of the fundraising for our athletic department, mainly with our sponsorships and our athletic association. That's my big thing within athletics. And basically, I'm assistant AD for, God, you know how it is, man. Put a title on it, whatever Taylor Davis needs. But my main focus, we've had a lot of new coaches come into the fold, so I'm basically like a mentor to our new coaches. I kind of help walk them through the process. Even if they're veteran coaches, just bring them into what our culture's like, what that looks like. And basically I get to coach coaches. And so that's a lot of fun. Now I'm surrounded by some great coaches now. I got Jan Azar with me, our girls basketball coach. Yeah. And so it's so funny. We're on the flight up here to New York, and the Columbia University women's coach is like right next to me on the other aisle. And she was obviously flying out of Atlanta. I said, hey, so were you down here, recruiting? She goes, yeah, I was at this event yesterday watching Hebron beat Norcross by 40 points. I was like, Jan Azar. She goes, yeah. And so we got to talking, and she's known Jan forever from her time at Wesleyan, and now we got Coach Guest as well. And we just got some really, really great coaches all over the place, and it's been great to be surrounded by them, and just look how everybody develops their own program and the culture you're trying to create within it. Because at the end of the day, you know how it is, man. We talk wins and losses are great, but I think what separates these great coaches is the culture they create within their program. I look at Jan last year going 32-0, but that 15th kid on the bench feels just as much as the number one kid. She gets treated the same. It's no different. She gets yelled at as practice just as much as the number one kid. The number one kid gets yelled at just as much as the 15th kid. And so it's just a really culture standpoint. So it's fun to be a part of that and kind of help, establish it a little bit more.
It's got to be a lot of fun. And I know we got the comment box, and this young man, Dennis Kessler. Good morning, Coach Chad Griffin. It's always nice seeing you. Miss you guys. Have a nice Father's Day. And how you doing? Always go Cavs.
Always, man. I tell you, I got a picture of Dennis and I in my office from one of our last soccer games at Calvary. Just a great fan, great human being. Like I say, always loves the Cavaliers, but he's a big supporter of just Savannah athletics in general. So good morning, Dennis, man. Thanks for checking in, and always great to hear from you. And people ask me all the time, like, who's this guy on your wall? And so I always get to tell them the story about Dennis and what a great fan and just a great human being he is. Man, it's got to be warmer down there in Savannah is up here in Connecticut.
Right now, I'm in the shade. I'll give you right now. It says 80 degrees, but it really feels like 90 degrees. It's kind of hot. But, Chad, I've been out here the whole year. I have not gone inside once. I was out here November, December, or January. I don't know what it was. 19 degrees in
19 degrees.
I was dressed for it. So, but I'll take this weather anytime. I'll take the T-shirt and shorts, and it's always a lot of fun. If you're just tuning in, it's the Coach and AD on the Coach's Corner Sports Network, the Karl DeMasi Sports Report. Chad Griffin now up at Hebron Christian, up in Connecticut for a little lacrosse tournament. All right, so we always done this every time we've come on the show. Georgia High School State Association, you still heavily involved in that?
Yeah, I got a little bit involved. I get to talk to Dr. Hines a good bit. I tell you, I know at times people can be critical of Georgia High School, but they are by far the most accessible organization there is. I can text Dr. Hines or Kevin Giddens or anyone else up there, Ernie Yarborough. All these guys are really accessible, and they'll text you right. Like I had a question for Dr. Hines about eligibility the other day. You know how it is. Everybody's got to move into districts, and so I read the white book. I said, "Hey, man, this is what the white book says. Just want to get clarification." Screenshot it. He answered me literally in 2 minutes. And so, they're just a great group of guys who want student athletes to have the best opportunities possible. But I know not everybody always agrees with, what Georgia High School did. But Carl, me and you talk about it all the time, man. You're not going to make everybody happy unless you go sell ice cream. And that's basically it. And so, hey, they're standing their ground. They make decisions, but at the end of the day, they're trying to make the best decisions for student athletes. And I think that's what's going to be, one of the biggest things coming up, and I'm sure we'll talk about more as we go to the fall is, hey, we're getting ready to hit the next reclass cycle. And there's things that Dr. Hines wants, like he wants to go down to 6 classifications and not 7. And so even though the state of Georgia is growing, and especially the metro Atlanta area now, man, you're getting ready to put that Hyundai plant down there. I mean, you're going to see more and more growth around the state. But he wants to shrink it. And his thing, since he's been an executive director, is about travel and time out of class. Now the counter argument to that is going to be, hey, you're taking away a classification. So you're taking away 32 teams to make the state playoffs. But you look at like North Carolina. I grew up in North Carolina. I graduated in 1994. And there's still 4 classifications. You can't tell me North Carolina's not grown in the 20-plus years that I've been gone. But one thing that they did, they divided into East and West state championships. So I'm, it's always curious of what is, reclass is going to look like. The A split between low A and high A, I think has been great for public schools. We talk about this whole public-private. It's not a public-private. This shows you it's not public-private with A, it's urban-rural. And then you had the article last week, Travis Jadon sent me a text about, came out in AJC, that private schools and city schools continue to win state championships no matter what class you put them in. I think the same way the growth of high school athletics is, it doesn't tell the whole story. The article in AJC was pretty good, but it didn't tell the whole story of, they continue to win, but they won in like golf. They won in like, these sports. You can look at football and see, really BC was really the one, in Prince Avenue were the 2 like private schools. Everybody else were, you could say they're city schools, whether it's Gainesville or, someone else like that. But there's a balance to it. But I think reclass is going to be one of the most interesting ring classes we've had in a long, long time, especially if he goes to 6.
All right. Well, first of all, once again, I'll get to my point in a second, but the man behind the scenes, great seeing you, Coach Griffin.
Mr. Bennett, man, always great. Always enjoy those nights that we did the show right behind Rubbin' and Grubbin'. And so he's a mastermind and just a humble, great person. So great to hear from him as well.
So, me, I'm not blowing my bubble here, but I've been involved in high school sports for 40 years. I've been a teacher for 35. The most important part of this whole discussion with Georgia High School, in my mind, is that travel, seat time. They're students first and then athletes. We dropped down to 6 classifications. Like you said, there's 4 in North Carolina. But the key is, teams traveling from Savannah, Georgia, Jenkins High School, going all the way out to wherever it is, Southwest Georgia, is ridiculous. Richmond Hill on a Tuesday night has to go play basketball in Lowndes County. It's got to be about student first. And I think Dr. Hines has that on his mind. And a lot of people have to realize is high school is not just about winning state championships. High school, in my mind, is preparing our students for life after athletics, after high school. And I know it, only a small percentage, 10%, 15%, will go on to be a college athlete. So there's got to be some give and take here. And then, of course, you get into the privates and the publics. Well, private is always winning. Public is, prepare your kids better and win a championship. That's what I got to say. You put your team on the field to play the other teams. You got to be ready for it. But my key point is student first, athlete second. And I mean, the traveling that they've been doing just around here is unbelievable. Calvary used to do it when they're in single A. So, let's get our acts together. Let's get the students first.
When you talk about, I do feel for Richmond Hill. There were years and years there that Richmond Hill got the waiver to play down in 5A and 6A. Then obviously, they were a 7A school competing against 5 and 6A. So people kind of got like, hey man, at some point you gotta go play in 7A. But like you're right, having that student athlete drive over to Valdosta on a Tuesday night or anywhere else for basketball is a little, is a little disturbing. But also, we've had this conversation. You have schools like Richmond Hill, and I'm not blaming Bryan County, but like, hey, they've never won to split Richmond Hill into two schools. That would solve your travel problem right there, because you would drop them out into 3A or 4A, and then they're playing everybody local. But I understand, hey, listen, it's the same thing up here. We have it all the time. Oconee County is one of the fastest growing counties in the state. It's right there at UGA, and they got two schools, Oconee and North Oconee, and you got Athens Academy and Prince Avenue, and that's it. And to get them to say that they want to put a third school in Oconee County, it's not happening either. And so I understand that from that perspective of, hey, yes, it costs money to build schools. Yes, it does these things. But, the 6 classes, I think the biggest thing for them is, once you condense that, you just put in this multiplier for the privates and city schools, okay? And so one of the things that we heard coming out of the last reclass is then they were going to let the privates and cities, especially the privates, pick the district they have the most kids in. So like for us at Hebron, it was Mill Creek. Even though our district is Jacula, 300 of our kids were in the Mill Creek district, so that was our multiplier. So if they let you pick that district, then you lose that multiplier. And so, we might fall back down to, 2A, high 1A, but then so will Wesleyan, so will Marist. I mean, Marist is a 2A school that just won the Director's Cup in 6A.
Yes.
I mean, you can't blame Marist for the numbers. You just move them up from – they've always played in 4A for natural rivalries. They've never played in 2A in like the last 20 years. And now they move up to 6A, doesn't phase Marist one bit. Overall, athletically, they are just as good in 6A. And those are anomalies. You're going to have a Marist, a Wesleyan, schools like that. But you got a Coney County who won the Director's Cup last year, who in our region this year, they won cross country, tennis, soft. I mean, they made it to, I think, 2 state championships, 6 Final Fours in different sports. And so there is no cure-all. It's just what is, like you said, what's going to be the best for a student athlete. And if Dr. Hines says travel time, then it's going to be interesting, because you know how it is. They get in that room and they don't want this private school or this city school in their region. And so let's put them over here, but they did the multiplier. And so it's going to be interesting if you go to 6, what that looks like, and how it condenses. I mean, because now you're talking about, taking 7A, the 58 schools or 62 schools in 7A, and putting them down. Then you take those bottoms, high 6A schools.
It's just going to be a domino effect.
It will be.
So, all right, I got about a 2-minute drill here because, the wife's on her way. We got a little traveling to go see the daughter. So let's wrap this up. Anything you want to say to Savannah? Anything you got on your mind about good old Savannah, Georgia?
I tell you, it is fun to watch the kids come out of Savannah, where you're talking about, like, we've been following Luke Crumhawk last couple of days at the Elite 11. Jake Merklinger is on his official visit to Tennessee. You got Stephen Cannon, who is kind of following the same path as Luke. Hasn't had a down of high school varsity he's played, and he got offered by, I think, Miami of Ohio there a week at a mega camp. And so it's just fun to watch all these kids you've seen grow up and be successful, and people go, well, like, they know about Savannah, but then the depth of talent that's coming out of Savannah is special. And that's still what's fun to watch from up here in Atlanta when we talk to coaches and you look at the recruiting and you look at Savannah Christian. with Elijah, and then the rising 8th grader that just got offered by, well, he'll be a 9th grader, but rising 9th grader just got offered by UGA at linebacker. Like, that is some immense talent coming out. And I give a lot of credit to, the Mylan Richards of the world, the Nolan Smiths and the kids from, Zaquan, the other kids across the board at all these schools that set this on a path for Savannah to get recognized. And that's what people got to understand. Like, once you get one kid out of place, coaches keep coming back. And you take BC, Calvary, Savannah Country Day, Savannah Christian, and then the public schools as well. And there's just a multitude of kids coming out of that city. So it is a great place to be. Be proud to be from Savannah. And the student athletes that are coming out of there are just top notch in every way, not just great athletes, but great human beings as well.
It's just a lot of fun watching these kids grow, and we had a good chance to do it for almost 18 years together. So I know you're watching from afar, and it really means a lot, that Savannah still is near and dear to your heart. But, brother, you're like me. Anything we can do for these kids, we're going to do. But once again, appreciate you taking the time. I know you're going to play about 1:30. Tell Hayes he better get about 5 goals, or is he a defender?
He's a defender. He better not allow 5 goals today. We're going to be in trouble.
Long stick, short stick?
Long stick defender. Close D.
Well, long sticks can score goals, so make sure he gets
one
for the coach.
He got one during high school this year. So yeah, we'll get after it, man.
Hey, love you, brother. Miss you, and glad you can come on and keep up the great work. And next time you got a chance, we got to do this again.
Anytime, man. Every Saturday, I'm here with you, brother. Love you. Y'all take care.
Hey, send a comment. Let's talk about it.
Will do, brother. I'll talk to you soon.
I got to figure how I could sneak you in there some way, go from comment section to a live section. Talk to you later.
All right, man. Love you guys. See you guys later.
Have a lot of fun.
Will do.
I mean, just a guy near and dear to everybody's heart here in Savannah, Georgia. And just so happens that, God works in mysterious ways. He's up there now at Hebron Christian, doing what he does, supporting the kids, getting word out about the kids. And once again, he's getting a good availability to watch his own kids, Hayes and Addison. I can't believe Hayes, 6'2". I mean, Addison, she was unbelievable in middle school. I can imagine what it's going to be like in high school. Just great. So the coach and AD, once again, reunited, and miss that guy, and always think about it. I should have worn my bowling shirt today. That probably would have been good. So, I got to find it, though. I know I still got it. So, once again, it's the Karl DeMasi Sports Report right here live on the Soundgarden stage at Coach's Corner. Be back to wrap this up because I promised the wife I'd be out of here by 10 o'clock. Sorry, Lawrence. I know I'm going to go over the hour that I wasn't supposed to go, but it's always a lot of fun being here on the Coach's Corner Sports Network. 3 minutes, and it probably going to take me 3 minutes to get out of here. Be right back. All the time. That's Coach's Corner in Thunderbolt, Georgia, because Coach's Corner has been voted the best in Savannah for over 20 years running. It's no wonder why. There's always sports, live music in the Soundgarden, and delicious and abundance of pub food. No matter what the season, there's always a reason to check out Coach's Corner. Pick your favorite sport, pick your favorite team, and pick your favorite TV because Coach's is your place to be. Coach's Corner has been Savannah strong since 1991 and is always open for dine-in service for lunch and dinner. Remember, Coach's Corner still has takeout service. Join John Henderson and the crew for the best burgers, wings, and now pizza too. You can place your order by calling Coach's Corner at 912-352-2933. That's right, remember that number, 912-352-2933. So make your next pit stop at Coach's Corner. And as always, make it a night to remember at Coach's. At Calvary Day School, we want our students to be fully equipped and on the cutting edge of academics, making a difference in our world. Your child will grow academically, physically, socially, and spiritually. At Calvary, it is so good to say we are one school with one mission and one vision. Faith, academics, excellence, and building champions through Christ. Calvary Day School would consider it a privilege to meet with your family personally. Call Philip Lee, Director of Admissions at 351-2299. That's 351-2299.
For over half a century, when it comes to uniforms, sporting goods, or trophies, Thompson's got you covered. From cleats to caps and best prices on the biggest brands, Under Armour, Adidas, and more. From baseball to soccer, volleyball to softball, and yes, football too. Every season starts at Thompson Sports Shop. From come get equipped at Thompson Sports Shop's new location, 6606 Abercorn Street, Suite 102 in Savannah. Open Monday through Friday from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. and seasonal on Saturdays. At locally owned Thompson Sporting Goods and Trophies, Come see where everyone is a winner.
You still want some real New York Italian food? Bada bing, bada boom. Rocky's New York Deli and Italian Catering is open at 7630 Skidaway Road, Tuesday through Saturday from 7 a.m. to 3 p.m., serving breakfast and lunch right here in Savannah, Georgia. Rocky's New York Deli and Italian Catering has been serving the public for over 3 years. Now, if you want Rocky's New York Deli and Italian Catering goods delivered to your door, go online to SavannahTakeout.com or DoorDash.com, or just pick up the phone and call 912-354-2914. That's right, 912-354-2914. Kabish, and remember, we ain't New York style. We are New York at Rocky's New York Deli and Italian.
Wetherington Chiropractic Clinic. Your back hurts, another body part hurts all the time. It makes you mad. The pain drives you crazy. You just want to pick something up and throw it across the room? If you can. At the Wetherington Chiropractic Clinic, you get complete chiropractic care and pain relief to help you move better, have a less painful life, and of course, achieve a healthier lifestyle. The Wetherington Chiropractic Clinic is now located at 2 locations in Savannah, Georgia, at 329 Eisenhower Drive and in Pooler at 114 Canal Street, Suite 603. So visit Dr. Bart Wetherington at the Wetherington Chiropractic Clinic for all your chiropractic needs.
And welcome back to the Karl DeMasi Sports Report every Saturday morning right here on the Soundgarden stage, 99% of the time, because it's all food, all fun, all music, all sports since 1991 here at Coach's Corner. I got to make this short and sweet. Promised the Wi-Fi be out of here by 10 o'clock. Got a little trip to take some stuff to my daughter. So waiting for her to pull up the chariot to pull up and take me out of here. But once again, it's a great show. Got to thank Ava Coffey, the Wetherington Chiropractic Clinic Athlete Week from Savannah Arts Academy, state champion in the cross country on the cross country team. The Panthers won the AA cross country championship, and of course, then individually at the track and field meet in AA, she won the 3200. And of course, Chad Griffin, the coach and AD. We had a lot of fun, almost 2 years doing this here, and it all started when we got together. We started at Rockies, and I said to Chad, you know what, Coach's Corner, they got a sports network. So we jumped on that. We were here for almost every Saturday morning. So it's been a lot of fun. And, I love seeing Chad and his family, and Hayes and Addison and Sherry, just a great family. And they still love Savannah. All right, what do we got going on here in Savannah tonight? Well, don't forget, we got the Bananas playing the Party Animals. They're unveiling their new uniforms. Crazy. Go to Twitter, go to Facebook, and look up the Savannah Bananas new uniforms, 7 o'clock. Next week, they'll be in Birmingham, Alabama. And then the week after that, they'll be in Indianapolis. Savannah Clovers are home tonight at Memorial Stadium against Club D Lion. Okay, check it out. June 17th, Memorial Stadium, the Savannah Clovers. In the Soundgarden tonight, not sold out yet. So here we go. All right, let me get this full blast out of here. So tonight, we got Jupiter Coyote. They are not sold out. Tickets are there. If you want to see or hear what they're like Southern rock and country music, and they sell the place out all the time. They've been around for a long time. So here's a little snippet of what they're going to be doing tonight. I could sit here all night, all day, and listen to Jupiter Coyote. Check it out. Legend here at Coach's Corner. Next Saturday, we got Head Games, Foreigner. Then July 7th weekend, Friday, July 7th. It's going to be Independence Day weekend. Usually we just been having shows on Saturday nights, but we got back-to-back shows July 7th, July 8th. We got Cowboy, the Ultimate Kid Rock Tribute Band on July 7th. And then on July 8th, we got the Marsh Trickies. Okay. I'm checking out my own work here. No, that's not what I want. That's not what I want. All right. So, but anyway, you know what I mean. The Marsh Trickies, the Marsh Tackies will be here on July 8th. So once again, wrapping up the show. Got to get out of here. Promised the Wi-Fi be done. So I'm not going to go into my favorite videos, my editorial, because it's time to get out of here. But anyway, once again, I appreciate you watching, whether it's for 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, the Karl DeMasi Sports Report right here on the Coach's Corner Sports Network every Saturday morning. Say a prayer for all what's going on in the Ukraine, and say a prayer for what's going on in this crazy world in the United States. It's just unbelievable. And whatever you're doing today, tomorrow, always hit it out of the park. Until I see you next week, until we talk next week, may it be your best week ever. God bless. Peace out. Happy Father's Day, everybody. Talk to you later.